Hi guys, you're welcome to my channel again. So today I want to do a padded headband. You know the type that you pad for your fascinators. It is a perfect base for beaded headbands or flowered headband. So without wasting much time, let's go to the tutorial. These are the materials that we need for this tutorial. This is my fabric scissors, my paper scissors, then your Alice band, then US shoe gum, we have the normal shoemaker gum, then we have the lining fabric for lining the inside of the band. And this is a satin fabric. You can also use velvet fabric, any type of fabric that you want. And then this is my tape rule. Then these are strips of foam that we use to pad the band. So you use your band to measure out the amount of foam that you need. This is actually a 1-inch foam. You can use 1 cm foam. Any type of foam that you want can work for you. Or you can even use pillow fibers, the one that you have not shredded. So you cut out the amount of foam that will cover your band. This is exactly what I need. I'll cover my band. I mean in width. So I'll go ahead and cut my foam into two and double pad the foam together. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more DIYs, fashion DIYs. I also do food DIYs too. Please like my videos and subscribe. Encourage me by doing so. So this is the strips of foam that we use to pad the band. This is the width now, the amount of width I need. So I've gone ahead to join the two foams together using my normal gum. So now go ahead to stick the foam to the band. I'm going to stick my foam to my headband. I initially wanted to use this US shoe gum for this very thing, but it didn't work out, so I ended up using my normal shoemaker gum. But if your own worked out for you, you can go ahead and use it, any type of gum that works for you. So this is the shoemaker gum that is looking at it there. That's what I used to stick the foam to the band. Anything that works for you is okay. I think the most important thing is, the most practical thing is to get the foam stuck to the band. So you can still make your foam thicker than this, depending on how thick you want your band to be. You can do it that way, anything that works for you. So you now go ahead and use your paper scissors to trim your foam. The trimming that you're giving is just to taper the ends, to have the shape of your band, so that by the time you cover it with your fabric, it will look neat and beautiful. Just trim out the flat parts, so by the time you cover your fabric, it will look neat and clean. You trim out the parts that don't rhyme up together. Make sure you taper the ends very well. The parts that don't rhyme together, you trim them out. That's what I'm trying to achieve in this video. You can see the tapered ends of the band. I use my scissors to achieve that. Trim out the excess. So we now go ahead to sew out our fabric that we used to cover the band. So before we do that, we actually have to take the measurements of the padded band to know how you will sew out your fabric. So I use my tape rule to measure my padded foam, the foamed band. So whatever my tape rule gives me, I'll now add my 1/2 inch sewing allowance. So actually you sew both sides of your fabric. Leaving out a space in the middle. From the space, that is where you put in your padded band. So I will sew While I'm sewing, I'll give my sewing a shape that looks like the band. So after sewing, you turn your fabric inside out to the right side and insert your padded foam. Turn your fabric to the right side after sewing and start inserting your. So this is what the foam gave me. I will now turn my fabric on the wrong side, turn the right side in. While you're sewing, make sure you are targeting to get a shape that looks like your band. So it will go a long way in helping you when you're trying to trim everything out. So please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like my videos. You encourage your girl by doing so. Now go ahead to sew your fabric and turn it inside out. So I'm trying to insert the padded band to the fabric, as you can see from this video. Trying to insert the padded band to the fabric. You wouldn't get a perfect fit after inserting it. So with your hand, needle and thread, you see the place that you inserted your band from, you use an invisible stitch to close it. With your hand, needle and thread, you actually use So this is what it looked like. By the time you finish tacking it up with your needle, you give your band shape with your hand needle. After inserting it into your fabric, you tackle up the loose ends with your hand needle. So this is what it would look like. By the time you finish tacking up the loose end, this is the front side. You can see the rough inner side. So you now go ahead and use a strip of fabric to cover the rough inner sides. You're targeting to make your band look neat. You see most of the padded bands in the market, the inner side is closed with fabric. That place that is closed with is where the rough work is. So you are trying to cover up the rough inside part with a strip of fabric so the padded band can look neat. So that's what I'm trying to achieve in this video. Don't forget to like my videos and subscribe to my channel. So here I'm using a fabric stain. You can use lining. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I wanted to use lining, but I changed my mind and use a fabric stain, a cloth stain to cover it, the back side. You can even use the type of fabric, same fabric that you use to cover your lining. Anything that works for you, go ahead and cover it with a strip of fabric so that your work can look neat. Using a gum, you attach the fabric to the inner side of just to cover up the rough patches I used to tack the band. So you see it all covered up and looking very neat. You can use this as a base for your beaded headbands or your fascinator headbands or flowered headbands. You can see this is the end product. See how beautiful it is looking. You see how beautiful it looks. I really love the outcome. If you use velvet fabric, it will look so beautiful too. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.